All right, today we're gonna be going over how I goal set and some of my goals for this new year 2025, and I just wanted to share them with you. Hopefully inspire you to do the same with your goals, maybe do a similar step of how you do it. So we're just gonna start. It's gonna be just one full raw take, so let's see how it goes. So first thing is we'll go through the setup of my goals. So I have basically three main things. So first one's learning, second one's mind, and third is physical. I basically just set these big, like, overarching subjects and then smaller goals in between those. So first we have learning, and learning is a superpower, I believe. Like, it's the one skill that can trump all others, and how fast you're able to learn and take that learning and into action and producing results, I think, like, shows how well you're gonna do in your future. And the goal I have is to become a sponge. And it sounds weird, but basically being a sponge is just soaking all the things around you, like all outside information, like whether it's books, videos, and just learning how to apply it. And the actions I have for these are listening more than I talk, because when you're like sitting back and really listening to what's being said around you, what's happening around you, you learn more than if you're just talking. And then I have seeking information through books and videos, and then taking notes on those from what I learn, and blocking specific time for things I want to learn. Example would be something I want to learn this year is just building a personal brand like I'm doing right now. So this would be spending time doing that, but learning would be looking at other people that have done it and trying to like emulate what they do. And yeah. And to measure this, it's the amount of books I read and new skills that I acquire / learn. And one of the new skills could be being this personal brand. So that's how I'm gonna measure that. Then I had a little note here under this: become a person of action and take these learnings and apply them into my life. I feel like oftentimes I'll like try learning something and I'll learn it, but I won't really like take action and implement it into my life. That's something that I feel like I need to work on. I guarantee you, like, most people definitely need to work on. And second section here we have is the mind. And I wrote down, my mind's like the greatest tool. It's like the computer of the human brain, and you need to be able to shape it in ways that I can that can propel me towards the life I desire. So the goal I have titled for this is mastering my mind. Basically having complete control and awareness of what's going on in my brain and being able to utilize that. So in action, this looks like limiting consumption on my phone, which is a big one. I waste a lot of time, often just like rotting away on there, bro. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do with that is setting myself up with screen time limits, so I'm not be able to do that. Furthering my meditation practice. Meditation is something I've been doing for almost a year now, but it's mostly surface level. I want to like go deeper into it and see what I can do with that. And another thing I put is acting based on whether this action is something that the desired version of myself would commit. So I'm thinking, the person I want to be, would they do this action? How would they take this action? What would they do in this situation? And that's just something like a mindset I want to really focus on this year, and I think that could be super impactful. Yeah, and then back to my phone. 90% of the time I'm not doing anything productive. And for downtime, I have like school days would be 6:30 is when I can get on them. So in the morning, first thing, I'm not checking my phone. I'm actually doing things, getting ready for the day, putting my mind in a great spot before I'm just flooding my brain with all these unnecessary things. And then a normal day would be 8:30 a.m. because I usually get up at around 8. So I would have 30 minutes to get my day started before I'm able to use my phone. And to measure this, the amount of times I'm meditating and how I feel I'm progressing in that is, I think, a great way to measure how I'm doing with that. And then how many times I take a step back and like really observe what's going on. Yeah. And then just having a weekly check-in with my goal, just journaling how I think I'm going with my mind mentally, like what am I thinking? Am I mentally like aware of like things I'm doing, actions I'm taking each and every day? And then the third and final is physical. So being in the best shape, looking, feeling good is like one of my biggest goals, and to ultimately just like being able to live long so I can see my kids, grandkids grow up and share life lessons and share life with them. That's a huge thing for me because just, you know. So the goal here is to develop good everyday habits. So I have stretching routine there, possibly doing yoga. That's super good for you. Good nutritional habits. That's something I also want to learn more about, like what I'm putting into my body. You know, it's big stuff. And then gym 3 to 4 days, obviously. And then rest and recovery. That's something I'm not great at. I want to take some days to do that, just completely shut off. Make sure I'm getting my body right, getting my mind right for the week ahead. In action for this, setting time aside, even with a busy schedule, to get lifting and stretching in every week. You know, time blocking things out, when I'm going to do them. And then learning more about nutrition, stretching, and overall body health in general. That's something I want to do. Maybe reading books that are tailored to that. And then measure, I have the amount of time I go to the gym, what I eat, and getting in that 1 day recovery. So those are the 3 things I had in my journal for goals this year. And then one last thing I also had is something I want to start this year. And I feel like this could be beneficial to a lot of people if you want to implement this. It's called Structured Sundays. And basically it's a day where you take time to disconnect. For me, I'm going to like have very limited screen time and just being able to only talk to family, rest and recover, just like reflect on the week and what you can do better and prepare for the next week. And to just spend time with like family more, because I feel like oftentimes we're just on our screens, on our phones, not really connecting with our family and those around us. So yeah. And also getting up at 8 a.m., going to bed at 9:30, just getting an ample amount of sleep on those days is crucial, rolling over into the next week. So yeah, those are my goals and how I set for 2025, and I hope this inspired you, you know, at least a little bit to maybe write down your goals or to structure your goals the same way that I do. So yeah, see you.